My inspiration for Bloody Elle came from, so it's a gig musical, and I used to gig a lot. I used to be a singer-songwriter, and then I trained to be an actor, and I always wanted to mash up them two worlds, so that was where it kind of, the idea of the show came from. It's not autobiographical, but it is based on my experiences, so it feels like a real package of my life, really. Like, that sounds really massive, but yeah, its inspiration is kind of from my experiences, and also my love for music, and making theatre as accessible as possible and getting as many people into the theatre as possible, and I felt like this would blow the doors off, really. The play is basically about Elle, who meets a girl called Eve, and I play both of those people. It's like taking your brain out and washing it in it. And Elle is a working class northern young woman who's quite happy in her life, works at a chips and dips chip shop, you know, plodding along, and she meets Eve. And Eve is just like an alien from a different planet. She's come up from London, and she's privately educated, and she's off to university in Oxford, and she's got a very different life to Elle, and somewhere in that mad mix of like humans, they've found each other, and there's something between them. And when I wrote the show, I really wanted it to stay truthful to both those characters and not send either of them up. So that's something we've really worked on, and is not to make a caricature of either of them, because they are real people and they do exist. And I like them both. Do you like them both?
I like them both.
Yeah. But they're flawed, and I think they're both flawed for different reasons. And although they come from completely different worlds, they both have their own issues, and they both have their own hurdles. And I think that's what's really important. That not everything, like the grass ain't always greener. Like you got to water where you sit, you know.
It's advice. Water where you sit.
Water where you sit.
I don't understand that.
Well, the grass isn't always greener. Like, water the grass you're standing on or sitting on.
That's why I was like, it's gonna be wet. What attracted me to Bloody Elle as a director was, I think, from the very first moment I heard the play, it was so funny, so warm, and a huge story. But also the music, and that, as Lauryn described, that feeling of having a gig inside a theatre, and that tells this story with so many jumping off points and so many points of connection for people. And especially, I think, after this year and after everything that's happened, to be involved with something that feels so honest and raw and full of fun and joy as well as everything else. Yeah, all of that. You and we are describing this as a gig musical.
Yeah.
Because it really is that, it's the perfect way to describe it. It's telling this story, but the music it drives the narrative. It says things that can't be said, that need to be felt. And the atmosphere that we're trying to create at the Royal Exchange and to welcome audiences back in is very much that gig feeling, as well as being in this amazing theatre. And as Lauryn was saying, the mixture, I think, of theatre and having the chance to really go deeply into someone's experience and story, and then also have some amazing tunes and some kind of banging tunes, and really feel stuff. That's what we've always described it as and seen it as.
That's great, Bryony. Smashed it.
Cut banging tunes.
Banging. Can we cut banging tunes?
I am not 15.
I put pen to paper because I wanted to write a female-led queer love story that normalised the lesbian love affair. I just felt I'd never heard that story, and the way that I wanted to hear it, and the way that maybe I experienced it, and I thought, why not write it? But I wanted to make it really real and not cheesy, or just really honest. And that's one thing that this show is like the big light is on. There's no hiding, like it's just there. And I think that's what love should be, just open and honest.
If you were to describe Bloody Elle in 3 words, what would they be?
You go first.
Oh, thanks. Funny. I'm doing all of them.
Oh, right, okay.
Right.
No,
I
that's
thought
good.
we were gonna just
all right,
bounce.
Sorry, I did a really bad job of bouncing with you then. Honest.
Like loud, but I don't mean obnoxious. Epic.
Epic. Funny. What did I say? Honest.
Yeah.
Well done. And epic. I'll have that.